Hi guys, I'm Mario and today I'm going to show you how to draw this ornamental pattern step by step. Let's go! You need very few supplies, only a dotted paper or graph paper, a pencil, a black fine liner, and if you have a black marker you can use it too. First you have to grab a pencil and draw rotated squares all over the page. These squares have to be 4x4. And using the dots as a reference, you have to leave a narrow gap in between. Once you've finished, you have to draw two crosses inside each square, one vertical cross and one diagonal cross. These will be auxiliary lines that will help you and will make your life much easier in the next steps. Now grab a fine liner and draw one small flower inside each square. This flower should have 4 petals each. This third step is a bit tricky, so you have to be patient. Using the pencil you have to draw 4 circles in each square. They have to touch the square perimeter in 2 points, as you are seeing here, but they shouldn't touch the small flower in the middle or the pencil diagonals you drew at the beginning. Actually, all those pencil auxiliary lines that you were drawing were meant to help you keep these circles in place and consistent, so use them. Using the circles as a reference, you have to draw 4 C-shapes in each square. The gap in between should go from the first point where the circle touches the square to the second touching point. Then you're going to give the C's some thickness. You just have to create a band with 2 small circles on both ends like serifs. You can sketch this in pencil before inking if you don't feel very comfortable doing it. In this next step, you have to contour the C's negative space. This is the space inside the letter. So, 2 curves around the ends and a big one in the middle. Keep in mind that the gap between these curves and the actual C's should be pretty narrow. you're going to close these curves you've just drawn using 3 petals. 2 small petals on the sides and a bigger one in the center. Use the auxiliary pencil squares you drew at the very beginning of this process to help you. Then you're going to decorate the pattern a little bit. There's a lot of ways you could go about this. For example, here I'm drawing teardrop shapes in between the C's, but not letting them touch each other. You can also draw these rounded squares in between the ornaments to fill up the space. In this last step, you're going to fill in all the shapes you created. You can use any black marker that is not too big because there are little details. Here I'm using 2 different ones, a Pilot Precise pen and a Sakura Pigma brush. Now, if you don't mind, let me tell you a little backstory about this pattern. I created it for the Inktober 2020 challenge, and specifically for day 7. The prompt was fancy and it made me think about Victorian palaces, luxurious places, Baroque, Art Deco, this kind of vibe. So I created a pattern that I feel could be printed in any of those places' walls, for example. Hope you're getting that same vibe too. After you fill in all the shapes, you can add some dots in between the small petals for that final touch. And that was all, guys. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I really encourage you to try it because I think it's a very fun exercise. If you try it, tag me on Instagram because I would love to see it. It is linked below, and if you want to stay up to date with everything I create every day, I recommend you follow me there. All the best, bye!